was never enough for you. But when I bounce back, you'll be so sorry.
Sorry Not Sorry is R&B Damez to the T. It's scorned Damez. It's like hurt and heartbroken Damez. Like that's the song that's like, I was hurt and I was like, I was hurt, but at the same time, I would say this too, like I wouldn't have been able to make that song like two and a half years ago, or when that relationship first ended. It took some time to get to a place and rebuild like a certain level of confidence to write a record like that. That's pretty much saying, yeah, I'm hurt, but like I'm gonna be all right one day, and I'm gonna bounce back from all this shit, and you're gonna be sorry once I do. And that's pretty much what the song is talking about. And you know, like I said, I had to get to a certain point before I was even able to feel like that about myself and about the situation. But it's just really honest, and it's I'm singing, and I'm just saying that, and you're gonna be sorry for, you know, how you treated me. Wishful Thinking is kind of like, so Wishful Thinking is definitely R&B Damez. It's kind of pop too, has this like pop R&B kind of like sound to it. It's hopeful though, you know, Wishful Thinking, right? It's just like saying like, you know, it's acknowledging that I have been hurt and have been through some shit, but it's also saying that I'm still a hopeless romantic, and I still, you know, want to fall in love one day and do all of the things. And so Wishful Thinking is just kind of holding on to that hope of like, yeah, I'm still gonna find my person one day.
We worry about nothing that ain't ours, trying to make the most of my
Damién's Interlude, another one of my favorite like productions on the album. That song for me, R&B Damez again. I wanted to challenge myself on that one. I took lyrically, I feel like I took a different songwriting approach to it. I wanted just to be a little bit more free with my writing when it came to that record, and I feel like you can hear it. But I feel like the message really is just like, I'm not worried about nothing that I shouldn't be worried about. If it don't pay my bills, if it ain't, like I mind my business and I do what I gotta do to get where I'm trying to go, and that's all I'm worried about. And you know, it's also saying like, yeah, we only got 24 hours in a day, right? So like, how do I make the most of that time? Like every day, how do I like make the most of the time that I have to do whatever I gotta do? And if I'm worried about what this nigga got going on, or what she got going on, or what he got going on, that's less time for me to work on what I gotta work on. And I got a lot to work on. So the song is just saying like, you know, just stay focused and do you.
all on these niggas like I'm KD. Shake it for the cash, bust it down like an AP. Fuck around and
Trae Young, so Trae Young is one of the only few like turn up songs on the album. But you know, I had to give y'all something. But you know, Trae Young, one of the star players on the Hawks, nigga be hooping. And so, you know, I be balling, he be balling, we be balling. So Trae Young is just one of those songs, you know what I'm saying, you can put on when you want to feel good, you want to turn up, you headed to the club, you getting dressed, you in that mood. It's definitely that vibe. It's like D-Money, Coverboy Damez. Yeah, it's turned up.
they tried.
Bills laid or bills paid, I'm still a go-getter. Before a nigga come for me, he
Redan Road is dope because I was able to collaborate with some artists that I went to school with, and the thing that I love about that song, once again, is another one of those records on the album that doesn't have no hook, that doesn't have no chorus, but it's just so raw, it's so real. And what speaks to me the most about that record is like, we all have been doing this shit for so long. All of us that are on this record have been doing this music shit for so many years, and we still we still at it. Like we haven't given up yet, or not even yet. We haven't given up, period, and we won't, right? Because that's just like not who we are. Like we still got that resilience, and we still going, and like we still like, and we come from a part of town with that's not very pretty, and that a lot of people don't really make it out of, or don't really even think to dream big. And so the fact that we still dreaming, coming from where we come from, the fact that we still working towards our dream, and that we still like out here doing this shit, that shit is powerful. And so to me, that song is definitely one of my favorites for sure. And then like being able to collaborate with Bakari again, that's my dog. We make great music together. Finally got one in with Damone and Champ, and I think it's just a really, really dope record. I feel like the four of us all have different sounds and different styles and approaches, and I feel like we all have a different angle to the story that we're telling, but we all painting the same picture. And we all, like I said, we all still in this shit. We resilient, we hard working, and we making it to where we gonna make it to. Shout out to Redan.
Feeling like I'm drowning, even when I'm just trying to stay.
So Stay Afloat, like, it's probably, I don't think I've ever worked on a song as long as I've worked on that song. Like, it may have taken almost 2 years for me to finally feel like that song was finished. I mean, I just kept like re-recording stuff and rewriting stuff and going back and adding stuff, and I go back and add some background vocals or BGVs, and go back and re-record this part. I would record the verse like maybe 20 plus times, and I would just kind of comp it, like the best parts of this word sounds the best right here, and I'll take that. And so it took a lot of work, because I wanted it to sound the best, because I'm really singing my fucking ass off in a way that I never had before. But I needed it to be as close to perfect as possible, because it's just so close to home. And it's just saying like, it's really speaking to mental health, and like, you know what I'm saying, stay afloat is just saying, you're just trying to stay afloat, bro. Like shit gets rough, and the chorus is saying, feeling like I'm drowning, even though I'm just trying to stay afloat, which I feel like, we can all relate to. We all go through those feelings sometimes. And so Stay Afloat is I'm probably the most proud of that record out of all of them on the album.
Par for the course, you stumped on my heart and you ain't have no remorse. Yo, memories turn to trauma.
Par for the course, sadly it's about my ex. But as an artist, like, bro, we have to, like, this is part of our healing process. This is part of what makes us us, and how we keep going. Like, I had to write this record. I had to put this record out, because it helped me heal. It helped me get through what I was feeling, and it's very honest, and I feel like other people can relate to it, because we all go through that shit, right? And I hated that I had to go through it, but it inspired this music. And so Par for the Course is another one of those songs that just speaks to, that failed relationship. But that relationship was a big, huge part of my life and my journey. And so I could never act as if it just didn't happen. And so this album definitely speaks to that. And that song is probably the most, that and Sorry Not Sorry are the most, like, explicitly about that relationship. But that's me on my Drake shit, just, pouring it all out and just trying to officially let go and heal and move on.
Oh my God, don't let me fall, don't let me waste all.
RX, I named that song after, like, prescriptions and shit. And the song is pretty much,
Oh my God, don't let me fall, don't let me waste all of my life.
New day, but the shit get old. Stay up when the nights get cold. My other half just left me hanging when I needed to be consoled.
kind of like a cry for help, I wrote it, we were in COVID. It was like August 2020 when I wrote that song. I had just moved into my apartment, And one of my big homies that got killed the day that I wrote it. And I was just in such a mood, bro. It was so much going on. My dad was like sick, and I was like damn near a caretaker, and like dealing with death again, and COVID, and just it was so much shit, like relationship issues, and it was a cry for help, and you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jaye Newton, who I got on the record too. He's from Atlanta. He put a dope verse on there, and his contributions to the song, because it was really finished, and I just had this idea of like, you know, what if I threw somebody else's song here? And I'm so glad I did, because like the way he came on there and just what he did for the record, to me, just made it 10 times better. So that song is just, you know, asking God to help you to, you know, figure everything out and feel better. And but I think in the end, it's a realization of like, yeah, like my life may be hard and it may be like this and that, but like it's my life, it's mine, and like I gotta live this shit. I gotta figure this shit out, because nobody gonna figure this shit out for me. So RX it serves as like a great outro and another blend of the R&B and rap that we talked about.